Hello everyone, my name is Brecken Hatley, and again I am from the Sunshine State of Florida. For my informative speech and my career path that I have chosen to be a student pastor secretary who helps alongside the student band and who helps alongside the female student ministry. This career path may sound bizarre and it takes a lot of work to get to this place. But before I even begin my career, I would need to find an internship, whether that is back at school at Liberty or whether that is at a local church at home. For this internship, I would need to work right alongside the youth pastor and see things like how he plans his messages every week, how he decides what topics to discuss with the students, if he goes on youth camp trips, how he decides which camp would be most beneficial for these students, if he does mission work, how he gets involved with different mission organizations within the community or even globally. For the student band, I would come alongside them and just have a sense of mentorship and teaching within their lives. I think that the Lord has given me the spiritual gifts of teaching, and I just want to teach these kids what worship really means and how they can grow in their faith while being in the student band. For the student discipleship program for the middle and high school age girls, I would just come alongside them and just want to be their friend, but not only that, just to teach them, what Scripture says about different things. And I'm really passionate about high school and middle school age girls and being mentors to them because I've realized through the years and growing up in student ministry, I have realized that girls don't like to talk about things with adults. They only like to talk to their friends or other people that they are really close with. And this is where I want to come alongside them and be their friend and let them know that I am the person that they can talk to. And I would let them know that I would always be praying for them and that I would show them Christ's love that He has for each and every one of us. And for my persuasive speech, I have chosen the topic of women's pastors because this is a problem that has been arising more and more locally in churches where I am, back in Florida. This is something that I do not agree with, and it really goes against what Scripture says about women's roles in the church. And as you can see here, I have my Bible because it goes along with my informative and my persuasive speech. For my persuasive speech, Scripture clearly defines women's roles in the church. Women can definitely be like children's directors, women's directors, and other things like that, but they are specifically not to be pastors or deacons. And, when I see the local churches where I am having women's pastors, it just breaks my heart to know that they're going against what Scripture says. And going along with my informative speech, the Bible talks about worship. David truly worshiped the Lord, and he was a man after God's own heart. And even Job lost everything in his life, but he still worshiped the Lord in everything. And I think that for my informative speech, if you have a passion for working along students in the church, and if you feel you are called to that ministry, then you should definitely pursue after it. And for my persuasive speech, just growing up, as a pastor's kid and growing up in the Southern Baptist Convention, I've always been taught that women's pastors are wrong, and they really are, because we as believers should know that we should never go against what Scripture says specifically. I can't wait to actually get these speeches going in the next few weeks, and just thank you.